This is the all-new 2025 Subaru WRX TS, which stands for Tuned by STI. And being tuned by STI themselves, they've given the TS even more track capabilities than the old WRX. With the TS being the brand new model, this has essentially been designed to replace the well-known STI model that we haven't received yet, and to be a placeholder practically. I'm out here testing out the all-new TS to see if it meets what enthusiasts look for in a flagship sports car from Subaru, with it being involved with the STI name. I'm Dylan with Highline Autos, and I hope you enjoy our brand new episode on the WRX TS. Let's go. So taking off in the 2025 Subaru WRX TS, it's got the 2.4 liter turbocharged flat 4, just like the older models. Makes 271 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. It feels pretty good. I like how snappy the turbo feels when it kicks in. You do really got to rev out this car though. To get the power out of it, you really got to put down the pedal and shift pretty aggressively. With the STI name being involved, I do wish there was a slight power bumpage or some more internals to make it a little more special than the normal WRX engine. The shifter feels really good. It does feel like it's more of an STI style shifter. Throws are pretty nice. Could be a little bit shorter, but overall, nothing to complain about. The handling and the braking though is really where this car shines. With the 6-piston Brembo brakes up front and the 2-piston in the back, this has more than enough stopping power for the weight and the power that this car has. You can just chuck it into any corner. It's really tossable. The handling, super precise. I'm in just comfort mode right now. Let's switch it over to Sport Plus. There's a Sport mode, a Sport Plus, individual, comfort, and normal. The ones you really care about though are Sport, Sport Plus, and individual. Individual right here, you got power unit, steering, suspension, and eyesight that you can adjust. Right now my individual is sport power mode, steering's in comfort, suspension's in sport mode. Let's get on it a little bit. So besides the engine not receiving any changes or overhauls compared to previous WRX models, with the STI name being involved, it's a little bit of a missed opportunity that I felt like they could have included some parts from the Japanese catalog or the STI catalog onto this car. Just simple things like caps or simple pieces for the interior that say STI on it could have differentiated it that much more from the regular WRX. Again, this shifter is really nice. It's definitely one of the highlights of the car. Putting it into some of the gears doesn't feel as confident as I would like it. It feels a little bit, I don't know if notchy is the right word. I like a notchy shifter, but it doesn't give you confidence when you put the shifter into the gear you want it to. I know it's in that gear I want to be in, but sometimes it just feels better than it does at other times. But yeah, overall the shift throws are pretty good. Not super long. They do feel shorter than a typical WRX, but would have loved to see the STI shifter implicated in this TS model. So getting into some of the creature comforts that the WRX TS offers, it's got the same portrait style screen that you've been seeing in a lot of the latest Subaru models as in the past couple years. It's a pretty good screen, a little bit slow when first turning on the car. It takes a little bit to get going. So you can't really be flipping through any of the screens, or even if you want to adjust the AC, it's kind of a pain in the butt when you first hop in the car and you got to give it a couple minutes. Once it gets going, I feel like it works pretty well. You can see the all-new digital gauge cluster that the WRX TS gets. It's awesome. You can flip through different modes. You got a map mode that kind of looks like the Audi style that they've been doing for a while. And you also got the classic gauges, which is what I usually keep it on, because you can have the map over here on the screen, get the gauges over here. And when you have the map on, the gauge or the RPM tack is super small, so it's not as ideal for aggressive or more spirited driving. The steering wheel may be the same one out of the older WRX, It's flat bottom, really nice 9-3 and 10-2 notches for your hands. But with the new WRX TS, I'd really say the handling is where it shines. The same with the brakes. Just can send it into any corner you want. It's very confidence inspiring. Just does a great job. A little more power would be awesome, but the power it gets is pretty balanced, and you can use every ounce of the horsepower on the street without getting yourself into too much trouble. It's coming up to a light right here. Drop it into second. Let's get on it a little bit. Let's see what she's made of. 5,600 RPMs, feeling the turbo. She gets going pretty fast. She definitely gets going. Coming up on a little roundabout here. Take it a little bit spiritedly. Feels absolutely planted. The handling is really what I've been impressed with this TS. I feel like they did do a lot of things to the suspension. It doesn't feel like your standard WRX. The adaptive suspension that the TS has received from the older model TR was game-changing. It was something Subaru fans were really wanting incorporated on this newer STI replacement or placeholder model, and I could see why. I'm a huge fan of it so far from the past couple of days of driving the car. Another thing along with the suspension and the brakes that really sets apart the TS is these RECARO seats that they've thrown in here. I know you can get these or similar ones on previous WRX models if you option the RECARO seats. These are really comfortable. They offer amazing bolstering. You're not sliding anywhere because of the Alcantara material. And I really just like the blue addition that they added onto the seats. It adds a nice pop. I know the older ones they do in the WRX, they were red. I think the blue is a nice switch up and really goes along with the paint on the outside of this car, which is a blue, but I think it's called something purple. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen here. Overall, I must say I really have been enjoying the WRX TS. I think it's a great sports car for the money. It's probably going to land somewhere in the mid-40s for the list price on this thing, which is a little bit steep, but in today's world, mid-40s for a capable sports car is pretty standard. TS's main competitors, I would say, are the GR Corolla as well as the Civic Type R. They come in about that same price range. It really depends at that point which brand you're looking to go for and maybe certain features of each that you're looking for over the other. But overall, I would say this is a great option if you are looking in that class of cars and the stick shift's important to you. And yeah, you're looking just for a newer car to hop into as your daily. I'd say this does everything very well. Just has some slight missed opportunity moments and some areas where the car falls short.